Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Jim Schmutz, and I am the president and CEO for Special Olympics Maryland. Welcome to our virtual Torch Run Athlete Speaker Series. Tonight, we've got Annu Singleton leading us off, and RJ Nealon is going to be our MC. So I'm going to introduce RJ, and then we'll get started. RJ Nealon is a Special Olympics Maryland athlete from the Upper Shore. He is the young man sporting the really nice yellow tie, but he's best known as an avid Crimson Tide fan, having attended the University of Alabama, where he got a degree in sports journalism. After graduating from Alabama, he went on to ESPN and had an internship there where he forged a great friendship with Kevin Nagandi. Many of you might know Kevin as a on-air talent for ESPN. RJ continues to maintain a great friendship with Kevin to this day. Currently, RJ works at the international office in their communications department. And without any further ado, I'm going to introduce your MC extraordinaire for this evening, Mr. RJ Nealon. Take it away, RJ.
Thank you so much, Jim, and thank you all for joining us tonight. Tonight, you will hear from Special Olympics Maryland athlete Annu Singleton. Annu is an athlete from Baltimore City who has competed in more sports than any other athlete I know. Annu has been competing in Special Olympics Maryland since 1997, and he's very passionate about Special Olympics Maryland and loves to give speeches to advocate for himself and his fellow athletes. He is an epitome of being brave in the attempt. To kick off this wonderful week of athlete speakers, please welcome Mr. Annu Singleton.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, RJ.
Good evening.
We have not been able to do any in-person sports, but that doesn't mean we haven't been active and healthy for all those months. Nor we missed the summer games, and we're missing our fall sports festival. But we have been able to stay active virtually. Since March, Special Olympics Maryland has offered opportunities for me and my fellow athletes to stay connected through our virtual movement campaign, which focuses specifically on supporting the physical and mental health of all of our athletes. The virtual movement campaign includes weekly fitness sessions, healthy eating presentations like better known as the Quarantine Cuisine, a social club that indicates weekly sessions on fun topics along with a dance party every Saturday. We also had several virtual exercise challenges like our 50 for 50 challenge in order to celebrate the 50th anniversary of SOMD. Since mid-July, 258 athletes have returned in groups of 10 or less to train in track and field, golf, cycling, bocce, long distance running, kayaking, soccer, flag football, and tennis. While there will not be any state-level large group competitions this fall, we have started to hold smaller scale competitions in a safe environment. Back in September, I started practicing flag football. We are following the instructions of our coaches to be healthy and safe. When I arrive at practice, I wear my mask and check in, where I answer a few questions and get my temperature taken so that my coaches and teammates know that I don't have the coronavirus. Because football is a contact sport, we're only able to do skills. But my friends at SOMD have created some new high-level skills tests so that athletes who usually play on teams can have fun while doing these tests, which will also make us better football players for when we return to playing games, which won't be until next year. 31 years ago, I was born prematurely. I weighed 4 pounds and 10 ounces. I had to stay in the hospital in an incubator so that my lungs could develop and I could swallow enough nourishment to get up to at least 5 pounds. So 17 days later, my mom took me home from the hospital. When I was almost 2 years old, my mom and doctor noticed I was still talking infant talk. My mom took me to a medical facility to have me tested. At that time, the doctor just said I was delayed. They determined from my symptoms that I'm on the autism spectrum. Although every single day I work my tush off to be where I'm at and be who I am today. I'm a proud Special Olympics Maryland athlete who loves adventures, who was brave enough to attend dance classes for our Special Olympics and always have fun even at the most difficult competitions. When I first began, I was an athlete learning new sports. And now I play 17 sports and became an athlete leader. My motto is a good deed a day brings happiness to stay. Having a positive attitude, rising after defeat, coming back stronger than ever, always giving 100% at every Special Olympics sporting event, being a role model and inspiration to my fellow Special Olympics athletes. Autism is not an obstacle in my life, it is a part of me. But it does not stop me from working hard and achieving goals that I have in life. One of the things I'm most proud of is representing my fellow athletes. Recently, I was invited to address the sales team at WBAL TV. I told them how important they are in the building exclusive communities of dignity and respect. As we look at the next 50 years, I want to help SOMD create more inclusion experiences like this, where people can get to know me and my fellow athletes. During these difficult times, we all need something to feel good about. Now, people at Special Olympics Maryland tell me that I transform lives. I guess that is true because they keep asking me to speak. So if my story made you feel good or made you feel hopeful, if you want to share that with other people, my challenge to you is to invite me or another athlete to be a part of an inclusion experience with your friends, family, or people you work with. We can do a Zoom meeting. All you have to do is contact SOMD. We will make you proud that you are a part of a building exclusive communities of dignity and respect throughout Maryland. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So Annu, you've been competing for 22 years, and like you said in your speech, you've done 17 different sports. How fast can you list those sports?
I guess pretty fast. Let's name them. Track and field, ice skating, alpine skiing, bocce, bowling, swimming, basketball, equestrian, kayaking, sailing, soccer, long distance running, snowshoeing, dance, cheerleading, volleyball, and flag football.
That is fast. That's a tongue twister. I'm very impressed. Out of those 17 sports, which one is your favorite?
My favorite is snowshoeing because snowshoeing is like the track events I did in spring games throughout the years, but instead on an actual track, you run in the snow with snowshoes on.
So in your speech, you mentioned that you play flag football, and as we all know, it is in the middle of the NFL football season. So, what is it like to be participating in a sport where you've had to come back pretty slowly?
Well, a slow and steady process, it doesn't matter to me as long as we come out and do a little bit of skills practice. As long as we're at least 6 feet apart and wearing our masks, hey, no harm done.
And can you tell us a little bit about unified sports and how is it different than a traditional Special Olympics team?
Well, for unified sports, we team up with people who don't have intellectual disabilities. And the difference between that and traditional is because in traditional, we team up with all our athletes with intellectual disabilities. And just like I said about unified, some of them are not intellectually disabled, some of them are. And that's why we get to know our fellow unified partners, and they get to know us pretty well, whether we're on the sports or off the sports.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. What's your favorite aspect of unified sports, not just on the playing surface, but as well as off of it?
Well, off because, like I said, I wanted to want unified partners to get to know me and my fellow athletes, become friends with them, same old, and so on and so on. Now, the reason I like most about unified sports is that, hey, we get to get the unified partners an experience of a certain sport. And if they like it or not, then at least they get some good experience.
And besides unified soccer, which unified sports do you participate in or have you participated in?
Yeah, other than soccer, okay, bocce, one thing. Then basketball. Sailing and during my swimming season, I did the unified relay one time.
That is awesome. So I think this is a good time to open the floor for questions. Or Jim, if you have any questions, this is the time to do it.
Got a question from Francesca. I'm going to unmute her for a sec.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and answer your question.
Annu, what does inclusion mean?
Good question. Inclusion. I heard the word before, but I just don't know what it means.
Thanks, Francesca. I know Elena said.
Sam, hang on just 1 second. Annu, this is Jim. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, yeah, how you doing, Jim?
Good.
Or should I say Slim Jim?
No, now, this is interesting. I think you do know what inclusion means.
Yeah, but sometimes my memory doesn't work very well, and
Right. No, I know. So let me ask you a question. When you go and play unified sports, do you feel like you're included or excluded?
Included.
Perfect. And when you have people who participate with you who do not have intellectual disabilities, do you feel like you're including them or excluding them?
I'm including them. No matter what part they are, I always include them.
Awesome. So is that a good definition of inclusion?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Francesca. That was a great question. And good job, Annu. I love that shirt, man.
Thanks.
Elena wants to know what your favorite memory of Special Olympics is.
You know, I have a lot of memories throughout my years as an SOMD athlete. But to be honest, I think one of my favorite memories is the first ever Braving the Attempt talks I did. And the reason why, because I just gave my heart out to say what I have to say in front of all those people that what I've been through throughout my childhood and everything. So I just want everyone to get the experience to get to know me either on the field or off the field.
Willie wants to know, he wants to know how many medals you have.
What? What did Willie ask me?
How many medals have you won in Special Olympics?
A lot of medals, a lot of rings. I lost count because I won a whole lot of awards because I don't even know how many I got.
If you could pick one sport to be your favorite to medal in, which sport would it be?
I would say equestrian because it was my first time being a horseback rider throughout the Baltimore City district.
Now, what made you decide to get into equestrian? I feel like that's a really unique sport that not a lot of people have experience in. So I think it's really cool that you do it. How did you get involved with it?
Well, sometimes throughout the school district, and I don't imagine myself riding on a horse. So I figure, hey, why not give the equestrian a shot?
And here's a question from Kayla. What was your favorite memory cheerleading at summer games?
Well, last year I did this cheerleading for the first time, and it felt really great. It helped me improve my dancing skills, and it got me to work alongside the female cheerleaders. And it felt pretty great.
What's your favorite thing about cheerleading? I know it's a fairly new sport to Special Olympics, so I'd like to hear your thoughts on, what's your favorite part?
Well, the favorite part we got to do our cheers, and my favorite part is that we dance after that. And like I said, it helped me improve my dancing skills. That's all I gotta say for that one.
Annu is definitely a dancing king.
Annu, here's a question from Ben.
Wait, I do cheerleading too.
Here's a question.
All right, one person at a time.
Here's a question from Ben. Do you have a favorite professional athlete that you're a fan of?
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps, local boy from Baltimore. Is that why you like him?
Yes. He always back when I was used to be a swimming competitor, he always inspired me never to give up, and he always keeps trying no matter how tough the situation is.
Yeah, like you, Michael Phelps was the reason I got into swimming. I have a big poster of him doing the butterfly sign, so he's one of my favorite athletes, and I think the greatest Olympian of all time.
Anyone else got any more questions?
Bailey wanted to know when did you join Special Olympics Maryland?
Back when I was in elementary school, I started the first Special Olympics event I started was in spring games. I think it was one of the field events, the softball throw, I guess. And then years on, and I kept doing other sports. But in fifth grade and my middle school years, I just stopped for some odd reason. But when I got back to ninth grade, I came back to Special Olympics like I wanted to start all over again and revisit my own roots as an athlete.
So, as an athlete, what are your dreams in Special Olympics? You've accomplished a lot, but if you could look forward, what would you love to achieve?
Um, yeah, you is right. I did achieve a lot. But if there's one thing I wanted to achieve, one big thing, and that will be to try to get selected for our USA or World Games so that I can make Maryland really proud of what I've done.
Wait, can I say what I did? What sports I did real quick?
Yes, Francesca, you can ask your question.
I want to say what sports I did with the new. I did cheerleading and I did swimming.
Here's a question from Kira. How many law enforcement torch runs have you participated in?
Are you kidding? A lot. Just like with the awards, I lost count how many tournaments I participated in.
And how has this year been different from past years with it being virtual? Are you excited about it? Are you nervous about what's going through your mind?
Well, I'm a little bit excited about it, but we never did a virtual torch run before, and this is a new experience because all I did was the other torch runs I did physically with the law enforcement officers, which I'm really proud of what they've done for us throughout the years.
Robert, I did cheerleading with the new.
That's awesome.
Who else got any more questions?
Mac just asked a good question.
What is the longest run you've ever been on? I hear you rack up miles. That's from Mackenzie.
The longest run, other than the tunnel run I did throughout the years, and the running festival, and the running festival and the long distance running event I told you about that. I don't know. I guess 3 miles is the longest part I've ever been on. But I also want to keep training and get myself even faster and more longer endurance runs.
That's awesome. I want to compete in a marathon one day. So if you want to run with me, I could use a running partner.
Yeah, I'm done with that if you're up for it.
Here's a question from Madison. Where is one place you haven't competed but you would love to?
One place I haven't competed in. That is a good question. Madison, can you be more specific? Like what type of place? County-wise or
Anywhere in the world.
I don't know. That is a good question because of everything I've done in the Maryland district, I don't know, maybe I don't know, Hawaii or Colorado. Who knows?
That is
maybe special. Hawaii might have surfing up there. Go ahead, RJ.
Here's a question from Lauren. Do you have a message or advice for anyone running the torch run this week?
Well, other than always wear your mask and try to stay at least 6 feet apart, just go out there and have fun. Always remember, the law enforcement are your friends. Never be afraid of them.
Here's a question, 2-part question from Jim. Why have you tried so many sports?
Oh, here's the answer to that, Jim. Because I wanted to gain the experience of every sport Maryland has to offer. I'm always up for challenges.
And what is the most difficult sport you've competed in?
That is a good question. I would have to say, I will have to say kayaking.
And what makes it so hard?
Well, every time I do the 500, I have to keep rolling and rolling, and so I don't have to stop. Yeah, it's hard to keep rolling and all that stuff, and yeah, sometimes my arms get a little bit tired, but I can't stop because I want to. I gotta try my hardest to get in the first place as best as I can.
Is there any sport you haven't tried?
Golf, one of them. Tennis. I don't know, cause of all the 27 sports Maryland has, I just feel like I wanted to try all of them and see how it feels.
Now, here's a great question from Jesse. Can you talk about a time when you were brave in the attempt?
The time I was brave in the attempt. I don't know. Maybe the one time with brave in the attempt was the first time I did over the edge.
Can you explain to people that are on this call that don't know what the edge is? What is it? Is it exciting? How hard it is?
Well, it is exciting. Is an event that we do in Bethesda that we have to harness down, or shall I say, scale down a 16-story building all the way down to the ground. And to be honest, I was a little bit frightened to do it because my big fear of heights, and I just froze for a bit. But I had to duke it out and just go for it.
So is it safe to say you are no longer afraid of heights since you conquered that fear?
I wouldn't say like that, but I did conquer it, and I also said that was just a one-time thing for me. But if I could do it one more time, I could. Like I said, I just get froze too easily when it comes to heights.
Annu got to MC it last year too, so.
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Does anyone else have?
Elena had another question in the chat. I can read it off you if you want me to.
Okay, that sounds good.
Annu, Elena wants to know, do you dream of going to the U.S. Games in Orlando in 2021?
Well, yes, I dreamt about that.
If you could go to the USA Games, what sport would you want to go for?
Well, to be honest, I don't know what sport they're going to do because I know in Seattle they did bocce and track and field and swimming and tennis, but I just don't know if what other sports they're going to do if they do it in Orlando. So if one sport I want to do, I'll just say perhaps bocce. Because it's just like bowling, but instead of pins, you just got roll your balls to the polina. The more your balls get, the closer your balls to, the more points you win.
So here's a great question from Alexa, Anu, where is your favorite place to walk or run in Baltimore City?
I would say the Inner Harbor because I'm close to downtown and I can just jog or walk down there. It's kind of like track, but well, it's kind of like when I do the tunnel run. But I always like to see myself outside and not always be inside all the time.
Yeah, I agree. Running outside is a lot better than running inside on the treadmill. Here's a great question. In addition to the golf and tennis, can you name one sport that you have never done but that you would like to try in the future?
I guess powerlifting.
And why is that?
Well, sometimes I love to lift weights, and but Baltimore City does not have a powerlifting program. And I've also wanted to try cycling, but the same thing with powerlifting, Baltimore City doesn't have a cycling program, and to be honest with you, years I used to ride a bike, and I'm good at bike riding. I guess that's a new sport I want to try.
Two minds think alike. That was going to be the exact next question. Have you ever tried cycling? Here's a great question from Jesse. Who is the best coach you've ever had and why?
Good question. My answer is Bob Signor because he did so much for us, not just for the athletes, but the unified partners. He gave everything he has just so he can make sure we have the games that we need and always making sure we have a good time. And he coached at he coached soccer. He coached like 4 sports and he did a wonderful job coaching those sports. If y'all see, anyone who lives in the city, if you ever see Bob Signor, always remember give him a hello and always saying great job and everything. He would truly appreciate that.
Outside of athletics and competition, what's the biggest lesson he taught you?
Well, he taught me that even in defeat, we always gotta be good sports. Don't put your heads down when we lose. Always say good sport. And if it doesn't work, if we can't win this one, there will always be other competitions.
Here's a great question from Frank. Is there a sport or activity that Special Olympics Maryland does not offer that you would like to have as an option?
I don't even know, because that is a good question. I don't have an answer to that one, because I mean, we did so many activities. It's like I don't know what's next for us.
That's a really great question from Frank, actually. I think I saw a question earlier from Robert Marino. He said, where is it? Dang it. He said, like, you've already answered this question, but what's your favorite sport?
Yeah, I already did answer that.
He also called you an awesome athlete.
Who did?
What's that?
Who called me an awesome athlete?
Robert Marino.
Oh. Well, thanks, Robert. And to answer your other question, I don't know if you heard me, but snowshoeing is my favorite sport.
So you say snowshoeing is your favorite Special Olympics sport. What is your favorite sport to watch as a fan, or any sport outside of Special Olympics?
To watch as a fan, I would say football. Because sometimes when I doing preseasons, I always watch the Ravens taking down their opponents. Same thing when I watch them on TV.
Yeah, I agree. Football is my favorite sport outside of Special Olympics. I'm more of a college guy, but I love my Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the Cowboys.
Absolutely not. America's team, man. America's
Okay,
team.
I have a second question to ask you. Let's Joe.
Hey, Joe.
You guys go better watch it today. We have one show special guest, 10 driver in the meeting right now.
Say that again.
10 driver. We invite the 10 driver on the meeting. We invite 10 driver speaking today.
Yeah, Tim Shriver's incredible. He's
I
one
know.
of the best public speakers I've
Yeah.
ever seen. So
What? 10 drivers right now in speaking now. Annu.
Annu, would you ever want to be a coach?
Yeah, I saw that question. That's a huge maybe. I'm not sure yet. That means I gotta not do a certain sport anymore if I want to be a coach.
I actually got a question for you, Annu. Would you ever, if not a coach, would you ever consider being like a mentor to new athletes who are interested in that kind of sport? Because I know you've been doing Special Olympics for probably longer than most athletes that I know, except for maybe Joe Wu. But I just wanted to know, like, would you ever consider being like a mentor to like athletes, like new athletes, for example?
Of course, I can always give them advice and always show them the ropes.
Monique's got.
So if anyone wants to try a sport, I'm the guy you can ask.
Here's a great question, and I love this question particularly because I've been around so many athletes at the college level, and they take this stuff very seriously. What is your favorite meal that you like to eat after winning a game or competition?
Well, I would like to say cold cut or something that's a little bit something with grilled veggies or something like that, because try not to eat too much. I'm not trying to eat something greasy because after we gotta restore carbohydrates, we gotta drink a bottle of water and everything.
Exactly, I couldn't agree more.
Monique's got a question also.
Here's a question. If you could work anywhere, where would you work and what would you do?
Repeat that question, please.
If you could work anywhere as a job, where would it be and what would you do?
I would say camp variety in the summer because years ago I worked there once as a day camp counselor, and I just love being around kids, making sure that they stay out of trouble, they have while having a good time, make sure they do plenty of games and activities, and always, I don't know, just love playing with them.
What is your pre-game or warm-up routine, and do you have a favorite pump-up song that you listen to?
I don't think I have a favorite pump-up song to listen to, but my warm-up activities, I just do a little bit of stretches, like stretching my arms and squats and everything.
Monique's got a question also. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Annu. What is the most disgusting, or what would be the one thing you will not eat?
What would be the most disgusting thing I will not eat?
Disgusting or thing you would not eat?
I think I have an answer to that. Cold vegetables. Because one time I ate raw broccoli and my taste buds didn't like it, so I just spit it out.
I knew you have to eat your greens.
I know I gotta eat my greens, but as long as it's cooked, I'll eat them. Raw? No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question.
And hold on, and another thing I won't eat is this got a sauerkraut.
Yeah, I don't like sauerkraut either. Actually, I agree with you on that one. Do the Simpsons pump you up?
Who asked that?
Not saying, because he's already raising his hand.
Yes, sometimes the Simpsons pump me up. Every time I see something funny on the Simpsons, I just laugh and think of always positive stuff in my head involving the Simpsons. Oh man. Oh man, I just love the Simpsons. Anyone else got any questions for me? Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Just answer away.
Bailey wants to know, do you love the NFL?
Yes, I do.
It-
Some of my favorite, Lamar Jackson from the Ravens is there. The Panthers is still there, and I just love teams going in for the chance to go to the Super Bowl and everything. I don't keep telling me do Simpson jokes.
Who is your favorite Baltimore Ravens player? I think you just named him, but
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
that's what I figured. You just said it, so that's what I figured. Did you watch the NBA Finals last night? Did you watch LeBron James get his 4th ring?
No, but I heard that the Miami Heat lost to the Lakers, and I'm proud of the Lakers for winning that series. LeBron James is one of the best there is.
Absolutely.
I'm happy they won, especially after what happened to Kobe. It was good for them to win to honor him one last time.
Yeah, you will be missed. LeBron.
Who is your favorite baseball player?
I've never watched baseball that much, but only doing special Olympic stuff I do it. But to be honest, Cal Ripken Jr. is a really good baseball player, hands down.
Yeah, I like Cal too. My favorite player is Derek Jeter. He doesn't play anymore, obviously, but baseball is a long game, so I usually watch it in the playoffs, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Jeff actually got a good question.
Who does?
Jeff Abel.
Oh, yes. This is Annu. You've gotten to compete in a lot of cool and different venues around the state, like Towson University, Loyola University, Hood College. What is your favorite venue where you get to compete?
I would say Towson's Burdick Hall because I just love swimming in their pool. It's really amazing, and the Towson students were really nice to all of us.
Well, we also on staff have a former swimmer for Towson actually helped us out, I believe. We know who she is.
I did.
Madison, you used to. No.
Annu.
Yeah?
Awesome. I'm impressed.
Annu, did you ever go sightseeing in DC? And do you have a favorite site to see?
I've been in DC a couple of times, and one of the things my favorite place sightseeing is probably the Washington Monument, because I never been inside that place, but
Annu, that's my dog, Annu.
Francesca, what did you just say?
That's my dog in the background.
I mean, I can't see. All I see is the kitchen.
Honey, they're right there.
Oh, hey.
Annu, which Special Olympics Maryland fundraising event is your favorite?
Fundraising event. I think one of my favorite events is doing plunge season. We always go to one of the events and always help people sign up for the plunge and always help them have a good time and stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you. The plunge is my favorite. It's always been my favorite, even though it's way too cold and I don't know why I do it every year, but it's a lot of fun.
Man, every year when I do the plunge, my sister always calls me a soldier because I just take a chance and run in the icy cold water.
Will you continue to do the polar bear plunge?
Yes, I am going to continue doing the plunge.
And do you have a goal of being a super plunger one day?
Yeah, a goal of the super plunger, try my hardest to go in there 24 times or more than 24. That's my main goal.
What's your least favorite thing about the plunge? Like, is it too cold? Like, what do you have to mentally prepare for the most to jump in the water?
I don't know if I have a least favorite thing about the plunge, but I know if I gotta be prepared, I gotta put on my trunks and try and put on some Vaseline as best as possible so that way your legs or your limbs don't have to be stiff cold when you come out and everything. So yeah, even I did been there multiple times. I know how it feels, but I just toughen out and just put up a big smile and say, "Bam! I done it!" And I'll do it again if I have to.
That's great. I think for me, it's the hours leading up to it, and then the last couple of seconds before the sound goes off. You know, you have to mentally prepare to jump in. You just got to do it. You can't hesitate.
This student asked me, will I get in the ring with Cena?
Yeah, that's a great. Would you get in the ring with John Cena?
Not competing with him, but get in the ring just to shake his hand and get him one of my autograph train cards. Yes, but I won't compare. I will never harm a fly.
Now, is John Cena your favorite wrestler?
Yes.
And why? What sets him apart from every other wrestler?
Well, he's been multiple movies. He's done Make-A-Wish throughout the years. All I can say is he's a really cool person. Just like Phelps always encouraged me there to give up and always get back on my feet.
That's awesome. Yeah, I watched wrestling a little bit every now and then, but I definitely like The Rock because he's in movies. I like the guys that also go into movies and acting after their wrestling careers.
Melissa asked me, can you see Sam? Why?
I think Sam was, I don't know if that's a John Cena move or he's doing something in the camera to get your attention, though.
It's the John Cena "you can't see me" thing. Kira's doing it now too.
Would you like to meet the Big Show? He's a big supporter of Special Olympics.
Yes, I never got to meet him this year doing Hill Day, but someday I will love to meet him.
Do you watch? I think it got canceled, but did you watch his Netflix show?
No, I did not.
I think.
But I know he did have.
I watch it.
Yeah, I don't know how Francesca got herself muted, but yeah, as I was saying, I know he got his own show on Netflix, but for some reason it got canceled. Ugh.
Let's see. Does anyone else have any questions? We've asked you a lot of questions tonight, and you've done a fantastic job at answering every single one of them.
Yeah, because they keep bringing up questions, and I just answer them. And Kayla wants me to do a Simpsons joke.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Annu, I have a comment for Annu, actually.
Okay.
Annu, I watched The Big Show on Netflix.
You watched the Big Show on Netflix.
Yeah.
So how did you like it?
I like that show.
Well, thanks for sharing that. And I know Robert said, thanks, I rock.
He did.
Same thing with Willie. And all right, one more person asked me do a Simpsons joke. I swear, I don't know.
Yeah, can you tell us your favorite Simpson joke?
Oh, one of my favorite Simpsons jokes. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Oh yeah, I can't do the phone call ring, but well, I'll try.
Actually, Jessie is here if she wants to do it.
If Jessie can help me.
Sorry, I am here.
All right.
Which one are we doing?
Hold on, let me send you in the chat box.
Okay.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. We're running out of time right now, so I'm gonna send things back to Jim.
Next time, Annu.
Yeah, real next time, because yeah, we're running out of time, and I don't want to keep everyone.
So, Annu, is the joke clean?
Yes, it's clean.
Do you want it? Can you do it in a couple minutes here?
Sure.
You want to try it?
Yes.
All right, fire away, man, and then we'll close you out.
Bowles Tavern. It's Mr. Freely here. Oh, Freely. First initials IP. Hold on, I'll check. It's IP Freely here. Hey, everybody, IP Freely.
I thought you said it was clean, man. All right, Annu, we're gonna. Now I understand why RJ was not gonna let you do the joke, man. RJ, that was good. That was good.
Okay, they keep telling me to do Simpson jokes, but I kept saying no, I don't want to. But
no, that was funny. You did a great job. You did a great job telling. So I've got. First of all, RJ, I want to thank you for being on here. You did a great job leading the charge and moderating. I also want to thank Sam for monitoring the chat box and getting everybody checked in. Great job. Sam's going to be our MC tomorrow evening when Michael Hoyp will join us. So we're looking forward.
He's already here.
He's been on. That's right. But Annu, I've got two questions to close us out. One, what would your life be like without Special Olympics?
well, I wouldn't be able to do all the sports I normally do. I wouldn't be able to follow my goal, my dreams, and I wouldn't be able to make a whole lot of friends, just like I did tonight, and for 22 years.
Yeah, great show of support here tonight. We had 42 people on supporting you and joining us this evening. So I think that's a sign of the Special Olympics Maryland family that you're a great part of and a leader of. So nice job tonight. The other question I have for you is, what does the law enforcement torch run mean to you?
Well, to me, it's like when I go to the torch run, I see my fellow law enforcement officers carrying a torch all the way to our wherever events we'll do, like Towson or Fall Fest. I just feel like they're just important to the organization as much as us, as much as you, as much as the staff members. They without them, we wouldn't be able to do all our sports. They wouldn't to donate as much as possible for all of us. And to that, I want to say thanks to the law enforcement for all they've done for us.
Awesome, Annu. Thanks for sharing that, and thanks for all you do in your role as the consummate athlete leader. You are, as RJ alluded to earlier, the epitome of a great athlete leader. So as we close out this evening, a couple of things. First of all, I just want to thank everybody for joining us. Hang on a second. We've got the rest of our athlete speaker series this week. Tomorrow we've got Michael Hoyp, Adam Hayes on Wednesday, Elena Camacho on Thursday, and Monique Matthews on Friday. We have a $50,000 goal in honor of the 50-year celebration. Annu, can you see that screen?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Perfect. So we've raised so far $48,000, and we're going to actually raise that goal to $75,000 tomorrow. So if you guys tune in tomorrow, the goal is going to be higher because we want to run hard through the finish line this week and raise as much money as we can to support you guys. So if you haven't signed up, by all means, go ahead. We shared the link to the Virtual Torch Run website in the chat box. So if you can, if you haven't signed up, go ahead and sign up. And if there's folks out there that want to support Annu, he has a live page. He's got a goal of $125,000, and so far there's been $26 raised. So if you were motivated or inspired by Annu this evening, by all means, you can go and support him. Just search for his name when you get to the website. Annu, thanks so much for being here this evening. We really appreciate it. RJ, you did a great job. Thank you for your preparation. You are the epitome of a great MC, and we'll look forward to having Sam be our MC tomorrow. And athletes and everybody else who attended, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Go have a great night, and we'll look forward to seeing a lot of the same faces tomorrow. Take care and have a great evening.
All right,
Bye, guys.
Thanks. See you guys.
Thank you, Annu. You're the best.
See you tomorrow, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, take care, everybody.
Great job, Annu.
So long.
RJ,
Farewell.
Thank you.
Bye, Annu.
Great job. Good team.
Hallelujah.
All right, Willie, good job, buddy.
Thank you too much.
Bye, James.
Goodbye. Have a good night. Hey, Tim, thanks for joining. Daniel, great to see you, buddy.
Hey,
Guys, take care.
Jim, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Joe, good to see you, bud.
Hey, right now, I talked to Jim and Tim already.
Okay.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, right now we in the show.
Tim, hang on just a second, Tim. I'll talk to you in just a second. Joe, so were you on the Zoom cast?
Yeah.
All right. All right, Joe, good to see you, bud. You're going to do the super plunge, right?
Yeah. Bob Mentoli is my unified partner.
That's great. All right.
Also, I tell anybody searching my page on unified partner for the law enforcement torture round too. He is my partner
Okay.
too.
All right.
Anybody can search my name, please.
Okay.
Please put my money in Bob Mentoli, please. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
See
Joe,
you
take care.
tomorrow, Jim. Take care of yourself.
Have a good night, Joe.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Take care. Hey, Tim, good to see you, man.
Yeah, how are you doing tonight?
I am good. Hey, thanks again for doing that interview with the Washington Post. You did a great job.
Welcome. Yeah,
And
we were told it would come out Sunday. It came out on Saturday.
It did. Did you get a paper on Saturday?
No.
All right, so I'll get you a copy, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
yeah, I'll
you.
work on that. Sorry about the confusion of not getting that information to you. But we'll make sure we get you a copy of that, all right?
Not like you don't have 100 million things to do.
Well, hey, it's interesting too. For all the time we spent, I know there was not a lot in there, but at least we got you in there a little bit. We got you a little ink. Did you see it? Did you see it online?
Yeah, I did see it online. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get you I'll work on getting you a copy of the newspaper.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good to see you guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Take care. Good night.
You
No.
too.
Hey, Daniel, how you doing, buddy?
Come on.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming on. All right. Donnie, you doing okay? All right, guys. I'm gonna end this evening now. I'm gonna stop recording and I'm gonna end the meeting. Okay.